let's do this. Raise your hands right now. Yeah, raise your hands right now. Look stupid in front of everybody. Raise your hands right now. If you allow someone else's personal view about you dictate what you do. I did. I can admit it. I was afraid of what people would say about me, specifically my peers, for making YouTube videos of me just expressing myself. Not only making YouTube videos, but just expressing myself, period. I did. And a lot of times, I felt bad because when I did express myself and where people would be receptive and appreciative of the things that I put out there, I would kind of get talked about through certain people. And of course it'd be jokey, all fun and games and stuff, but I really took it personal. Which I shouldn't have taken it personal, because I shouldn't give two craps about what somebody else thinks about Jamille Harley. You want to know why? Because nobody else is paying Jamille Harley's bills. Okay? Same thing goes for you. If you have any type of materials or tools out there with a know how to use them, and it allows you an outlet, do it. Coming up in school, you had the cool kids make fun of the smart kids. Oh, you a nerd. You a nerd. And as you get older, you see where the cool kids end up. The ones that weren't too into education, the one that thought it was whack to be a nerd. Statistics show a lot of them end up being bums. And the nerd ends up being Fortune 500 CEO or a big time entrepreneur, whatever the case. And so here lately I started writing. I wake up in the morning and I would just get into cause I got bars. I just want y'all to know that. You know, a brother like me, I can rap a little bit. You know, go check out Jamille Harley on iTunes. I might surprise you. but you know, I have some. My brother's a poet. He's a musician, a producer, and all that. So I grew up around that. So, you know, and I'm not saying I'm the best at this. I just started doing this. But I wake up in the morning and I Facebook some feelings that as soon as I wake up, I'm like, okay, how am I feeling? What am I feeling? I had some dreams. I felt a certain way when I went to bed last night. How am I feeling right now? And I put it on Facebook, and I will articulate it in a fashion to where it's somewhat clever, somewhat straight to the point, but I keep it short and concise. Cause I don't want to I got bars. So, I mean, I could fill up a whole Facebook page because, you know, I don't even need a beat, son. Word up, baby. We in here. I don't even need all that, son. Word up. Like, I could just go in. But I don't. Because I probably get tired of typing and reading the crap. Plus, people on the internet, you only have a quick, attention span. If it don't get you like that, you off and on to the next one. And so I started doing it. And I was like, man, the first one I put out there, I was like, you know, I really, as a comedian, I want to start digging deep into me. That's what made some of the great comedians who they were. That's what made them great, because they said forget their peers, forget the people that ridicule them or make fun of them. Forget them. I want to talk about what I want to talk about, and I want to talk about something that has purpose in me. I just want to talk about this surface stuff. I pooted. She poots. She whispers when she poots. That's cool when you first get started, but I've been doing comedy since 2004, and I want to dig deep. I'm really not satisfied with the material that I put out. I want to really put some stuff out on the table to make people like, dude, that's right there, you know. And I was talking to this one comedian who's up and coming. He's doing big things right now. He told me, he said, you know what, Jamille, just talk about how you feel. Just, you know, write how you feel. And that's what I'm doing from here on out. And again, I don't want to really talk about much surface stuff. So I put these writings. It's a hashtag, my morning writings, and I just put stuff down on how I feel in the morning. And ironically, I didn't know that I've been getting some good feedback off of it. Not that I really care, because this is not about how you feel. As selfish as that may sound, that it's really me dealing with whatever I'm feeling. It's almost like my own therapy session without the therapist. I just put out what I'm feeling. And it just so happens that a lot of people that's on my fan page, they can relate or they gravitate to it, and they like, yo, this was dope. I feel what you're saying. And at first I was like, let me put this out there just a little bit. Let me just slide this up. People don't pay attention. Oh, Harley, no way. Let me slide a little bit on it. And man, I'm getting likes and likes. I mean, not too many people comment on it, which is cool. It doesn't matter. I'm doing this for my own therapeutic reasons. But people love it and they like it. And so I'm like, man, I should go, like, every morning. I'm like, let me go deeper. Let me really dig into myself. Let me scrape my bowels. I mean, not really my bowels. I'm not really trying to scrape that. That is disgusting. Some of y'all might need a colonic. And that's where I'm at right now in life. And it feels good to actually challenge myself. I never liked challenges. I didn't. I remember I interviewed as a kid for what's that, safety guard, when you go out and you point the kids to walk down this hallway to get to the bus, which they already know. I just wanted a belt and a badge, and I did that. And I remember a good friend of mine, if you're out here and you ever hear this, I remember you in this interview in elementary, my boy Stephen Reagan. I have a good memory. It was elementary. Robert Lee Frost 106. Stephen Reagan. I listened to his interview. He told the teacher, it was Miss Jackson. She said, so why do you want to be a color guard? I think it was a color guard. Why do you want to do that? And this little boy said, because I like to be challenged. And I'm up for the challenge. And I was like, I don't want no challenge. I just want this daggone badge and this belt, sucker. Don't challenge me, because I quit. And so it was so corny, because I went into the interview right after him. And I know she had to know that I heard him. She said, Jamille, why do you want to be a color guard? And I said, because I want to be challenged. Because I want to be challenged. And I'm up for it. I'm ready. And I got the job, but I mean, I quit within 3 weeks, or I don't know, but I kept it. I ended up giving that belt and badge to the Goodwill in junior high, because I kept it for that long. But shouts out to you, Stephen Reagan. You were the first person I cheated off of, but not the last. But enough about that. Okay, let's focus. I'm now at the point now where I'm comfortable with being who I am evolving to be. And I don't care about what anybody thinks about me. Especially since I know. See, let me tell you something. I know when I'm being ignorant. I know when I'm saying some stuff that I really shouldn't say, and stuff that I really don't mean, but it's cool. It sounds good. That's what people are hip to. That's what they vibe. I know, and you know what? I have an internal conflict, because I got one voice like, you know that's some bullshit you're talking about, right? You know that's bullshit. You know that, right? These other people getting away with it, but they may not understand. They don't have that same level of responsibility that that somebody else might have. I mean, whenever I thought about doing something wrong when growing up, my mom would be like, "You really gonna do this? You know you're going to jail." I mean, because my mom and grandma, they would take something and they would like draw it out when it came to like something happening. I remember my grandmother, I would come home from college and my cousin, he's like my brother. We would always hang out when I would come home from college. And he would be like, "Hey, you want to go to the club? Let's go hang out and party." Well, I really wasn't into that as much because I had 2 serious girlfriends in college. Not at the same time. But when I would go home, one point in time, I was like, yo, I'm in a relationship in my mind. But yeah, I want to go kick it with my cousin. Plus, my girlfriend ain't here, so I need something to do to get my mind off her. And it was him that always wanted to go out to the club. And my grandma tells my cousin, because she thinks it's me pulling him out to the club. She tells my cousin, "Jamille gonna catch AIDS. He keep on messing around out there." And when he told me that, I was like, "You the one want to go out, not me." You would think I was just going to put my thing in everything, right? Like, "Hey, what you doing, girl? Come get some of this." "Okay, bye. I'ma holler at you later." It wasn't like I was going around passing out the wang like that anyway. But anyway, so I have this built in, like, to do and not to do, sort of like conscious. And I know better than to say certain things. I mean, you may think it's corny, you may think, oh, whatever you may think, I don't give a dang. But I try to make sure that the things that come out of my mouth, especially publicly, that is filtered. You don't have to know how I feel at all times. You don't have to get my take on everything. Life is like playing chess sometimes. You don't want to put that all out. So, in saying that, like I said before, I'm getting to I'm at the point where I want to put out some stuff that really has some validity to it in terms of some tangible material. Something that'll make you think as a audience member, and something that makes me feel like I really did my job in the context right now, and the material that I provided. So, with that said, I want to thank you for taking the time out and looking at my video and be inspired. Be inspired. Be inspired to do something outside the norm. Something that's positive and something that is beneficial. And it doesn't have to be. See, and before I go, I'm like a preacher. In closing, which means I'm not going to close. No. Everything ain't got to be about. Everything doesn't have to be about money. Remember that. Everything I see on television right now is I'm about that paper, I'm about that bread, I gotta get that paper, baby, I'm about that money. We are worshiping money. For what? You got kids out here that are selling their soul, they're doing anything for a couple dollars. And they end up in jail or they end up dead. And it wasn't worth the few thousand that they might have obtained. You can make that in a 1 week's paycheck if you do the right thing. So find something that brings a smile on your face, and because if it makes you happy, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna make somebody else happy. It's gonna be infectious, and just be inspired. Be inspired to inspire. I think I got deep on you real quick. Hello. Be inspired to inspire. And that's my time, and I want to thank you again for listening to me, and I will get with you at another time.
All we know is Range Rover Rhythm, corner store signature. I don't do it for me, I do it for the liquor store. So we know what it be, know what it's about. Trying 80,000 something for we out. And all we know is Range Rover Rhythm, corner store signature. I don't do it for me, I do it for the liquor store. So we know what it be, know what it's about. Trying 80,000 something.